new product department at Tissino, and I'm on here with Harriet Lewis as well.
Hello everyone.
And Harriet works within the marketing department at Tissino. So this webinar is going to be about 20 minutes long, and then we'll have 10 minutes at the end for questions and answers. If you go to the bottom of the Zoom, you should be able to see a box that says Q&A. As we're going through this webinar, please feel free to just drop any questions that you have into that question and answers box, and then we'll come back to these at the end and answer any questions that you might have. So the webinar itself is going to be split into two parts, starting off with Harriet, who's going to be talking you through the new website trade login, and then the second part of the webinar will be myself talking you through a few of the new products. So I will hand over to Harriet now.
Thanks, Katie, and good afternoon, everybody. Thanks very much for taking the time to join our webinar this afternoon. Great to see you all on here, and really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Really looking forward to talking to you this afternoon, and as Katie's already introduced me, I won't repeat myself, but we have been working with our web developers on preparing our new website login following the launch of the new website at the end of last year, and I'm really happy to announce that it is now ready to go live and excited to introduce it to you all. So before I begin, there will be an email going out after with a guide around the login, so don't worry about trying to remember everything I'm about to show you. And I just wanted to recap, first of all, on why we've introduced the new trade login. Over 12 months ago, when we were going through the sort of design phase of our new website and working out what we wanted, we knew that a portal that enables our customers to purchase online would be an important part of the new site. And we wanted to find a way to make ordering efficient and accurate, and we knew that there'll be lots of different functionality that would need to be worked through. So we see this launch as only the beginning. And we really look forward to listening to feedback and ideas, along with trying to reach our own goals to keep developing this portal and making it, the best in the market and the best for you to use. So this afternoon, I'm just going to briefly show you some screenshots of how the trade login will look and the different features that will be available to you. So let's get into it. So firstly, this is what it will look like when you get to the main login page. I'll explain later on about how you will log in for the first time. On the right, you can click on the summary of benefits page, which will talk through some of the features of the trade login. You can also click on contact our team button, which will take you through to an email page to be able to email us about any issues that you have with your account. I will just mention as well that there is one login per company, but you will be able to share this login between employees and across multiple devices. So the first feature to show you is we have a new condensed product list page. This can be found once logged in on the product tab of the main navigation, as shown on the screen just there. So we created this for those that wanted to save time and know the codes that they want to order and add to cart. We've got an example here of me searching in for our Mazzano products, and as you can see, the Mazzano product codes have come up. And just a point as well to say that you can search by product name as well. So the options there for me to add all that to cart, which saves time going into the individual product page. So we think that'll be a really good benefit of this trade login. Obviously as well, I can change the quantity in this section too, if I want to purchase a number of any certain products. So moving on to how the prices will look. At the minute, you can see the price on the website look like this, which I'm sure you've all logged on and had a look at. And then if you do have a discount, it will look like this, as shown on the screen here. You can see here a general discount example shown of 40%, and you have a reminder of the discount itself, and then the ex-VAT price shown underneath the product name as well. So how things look then if you add this to cart. With delivery, there is going to be two options. You can select your primary address, which has been set up and taken from our current ordering system. This will be your normal address, whereby you get free shipment and delivery from us as usual. A note here as well to say that if you have multiple primary addresses, then this can be selected as a primary address too. And then the second option is the new shipping address, which is useful if you want to send the products direct to a client address or somewhere that is not your pre-approved primary address. The website will calculate a small shipping charge based on what you've purchased, and you'll go on from there. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when it comes to delivery dates, the options are going to be in sync with the time of day. and then our own cut-off points as usual. If you can't qualify for next day due to the time and location, then you can select preferred delivery date, which will blank out next day, give you a little calendar, and you can select the day that you want. Obviously, we don't deliver on weekends, as you know, but you will be able to select from a calendar if you do not want it on next day. So if you add an item to the cart, you'll be able to see that we have an expected date for an out-of-stock item, which will give you a date like shown on the screen there. Otherwise, we'll recommend you call in for an expected date, whereby if we can't give you a specific date in that moment in time, in the checkout, this will then give you the option to split your order, which I'll explain in my summary a bit later on. So moving on to payment, there's the option to not only pay by card, but payment on account, which I'm sure the majority of you will be doing. So that is how you normally go about your orders currently. And that then goes through to our order processing team, and they will put it on the system and send out the necessary invoice. The website at the minute doesn't calculate your credit limits, so you can get in touch with our sales team if you have any issues with this. So just to summarise the benefits and functionality of the trade login, it will be a very easy setup. After this webinar, we'll be sending an email to set up your trade login, and it will give you an email address, and it will go to the email address in your company, which usually receives our order confirmations. And you can click on the link, and that will take you to a forgot password page. And from there, you can reset the password and you're all set to go. Similarly, you can click on the login icon on the website itself, and you can type in your email and click forgot password. As to be mentioned in our email that will go out after this webinar, if there are any issues or you're struggling to set up your login, then please reach out, and you can email marketing@tissino.co.uk or pick up the phone and ring in, and we'll be sure to help you out as fast as possible. Out of stock items will be purchasable for as many products as we can. We've put an expected back in stock date against it. You can have the option to split your order, or you can wait until items are back in stock, take into account the dates that we've given. If neither of these options are wanted, you can just remove the item from your cart. The condensed product list, I'm sure this would be a great benefit. So we've already touched on this, so I don't need to go into it in any more detail, but I'm sure it will be a brilliant time-saving feature. Your discounts will be applied. It's another benefit of this login portal. We've taken these straight from our ordering system. Again, if there are any issues with incorrect discounts for some reason, be free to get in touch with us and we will look into it for you. When there is a change of terms, obviously that message will be fed through to us as well, and we will make sure that it's all kept up to date. Delivery dates are pre-calculated by the site, and they work in conjunction with our own cut-off times. And the ability to send direct to your client, I'm sure, will also be a great help and benefit. Another one as well, you can pay an account and not just by card. And then ordering can be done outside of Tissino working hours. Delivery times will all still be the same, obviously, but it does allow you to get these orders done, you know, when things are much quieter, at weekends, and you know, outside of our own working hours. And finally, we've tried to make it as quick and easy as possible to navigate. We've worked hard on this to make sure it's as good as possible. And I know that you probably all have lots of questions about all of this that I've just shown you, but hopefully once you've looked at our guide, it should answer a lot of them. And I appreciate there might be lots of different functions which you'd like to see introduced. And if you do have any suggestions or needs, then please be free to email our marketing team. And obviously, I can't emphasize enough how much this is just the beginning, and we're really excited to launch it today and, you know, keep developing it over the next few months and make it the best one out there. So that's all from me in terms of the trade login, and I'm going to hand over now to Katie, who's going to talk to you about some of the new products. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Harriet. I know it's something that we're all extremely excited about internally as well. First of all, the launch of the new website that happened towards the end of last year, and then this is just another improvement which will help to take us to that next level. So yeah, great to have a brief summary on that. And as Harriet said, there is a full training guide that will be going out on how to use the new login as well. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to talk to you today a bit about some of our new products, and I'm going to be focusing on the mirrors, Terzo, Cedro and Leone, as well as the new Armano products. So as I mentioned before, my name is Katie Thomas and I work within the new product development team. So I'm really excited to be able to share some of this new information with you today. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about the Leone Mirror. Leone is a front-lit LED design, which is ideal for those customers who really want to enjoy a bright bathroom space. It's got a really eye-catching design and it's great for both practicality and design. As you can see, it has the front lit strip along the top there, and it also has a backlighting strip along the bottom. It features a demister, and as you can see on this image here, the Leone actually features a dual touch button. So it has one button that controls the LEDs, and another button which controls the demister pad. This has a number of benefits. First of all, it's all part of Tissino's mission to become more sustainable and very eco-conscious. And having these dual functionality allows the user to control a bit more of their carbon footprint. So they're not heating the mirror unnecessarily if they do just need to use the LED function. Another benefit of having this dual touch feature is that occasionally the demister function on a mirror can reduce the quality of the mirror over time. If you ever look at quite an old demister LED mirror, you might start to see these thin black lines that occur around the edges, and that's because of the heating can damage in the mirror. So actually only using the demister function when it's absolutely necessary can increase the lifespan, which is a great USP for this new product. This product has a Kelvin rating of 5,700, and all of our new mirrors as well use LEDs which are powered by Samsung. I'll talk about these later on as well, but by using powered by Samsung LEDs, we really are just trying to use the top quality components in all of our products. So you can see here, this product's available in rectangular designs, 1000 by 700, 700 by 600, and 800 by 700. All of the mirrors are IP44 rated and have a 2-year guarantee on electrical parts as well. So that is the Leone Mirror. Next up, I'm going to talk about another design, which is called the Terzo Mirror. So again, really, really beautiful design. This is the new matte black design. So the Terzo collection offers a statement trim, which pairs really beautifully with our other matte black details in the bathroom. And this is the mirror that was on that CGI on the front cover page as well. So again, this features the powered by Samsung LEDs. It's got a demister pad on there. The Kelvin rating for this product is 4,000. And this is a perfect match to our Cosenza lighting. So if ever you're specifying the Cosenza furniture, this mirror works really beautifully with that, as when both lights are on, they're exactly the same colour match, which is another great USP. The 4,000 Kelvin rating as well, it's quite a soft, neutral coloured light. It's great if you wanted to turn your LED when you're using the bathroom during the night. It doesn't offer a really, really stark, it's not an energising light. It can create quite a nice ambience in the bathroom. And again, this is IP44 rated and has a 2-year guarantee on all electrical parts. It's available in a capsule design. That's something that we've been seeing a lot of trending and at trade shows recently. So very excited to have this in the capsule design, which is 600 by 850. And it's also in an 800 diameter version as well, a circular design. And lastly, for our new mirrors, we have the Terzo Mirror. So again, this is a backlit option using those powered by Samsung LEDs. This also has a Kelvin rating of 4,000, so perfectly matching that Cosenza lighting as well. And it does feature that dual touch button also. So the same as the Leone, the Terzo also has that dual touch button functionality so that you control the LEDs and demister pads separately. What's also great across all of our mirrors is that sometimes you see on mirrors where the LEDs are, you can see the dots of where the different LEDs are. All of these mirrors have what we call a glow strip, which is essentially like a diffuser that goes over the LEDs. So if you were to hang these mirrors on a wall that had quite reflective tiles, you're going to get a real even distribution of light throughout the sides there. If you want to see more on this, please get in touch with your rep and we can send you some videos across. Like I say, all of these mirrors are in our experience centre now, so we can do some real 360 videos for you to see that edges, because it does look very, very clean. Again, IP44 rated and a 2-year guarantee on all electrical parts, and we have quite a lot of sizes available in this mirror. So we've got rectangular designs, square ones, we've got the circular in 600, 750 and 900, and we've also got this in a capsule design as well. This mirror, we've just put it on display upstairs in our experience centre with the brushed brass display. Looks really, really beautiful in that brushed brass display as well, really complements it. Perfect, so now I'm just going to talk a bit about the features of these mirrors. So just a summary on the mirrors then. Like I say, we've got 3 new designs, but we've taken a real design-centered approach when we've been, designing and doing the spec for these mirrors. Had a real key focus on product quality, lifespan, durability, and sustainability. So we're manufacturing them using a lot of renewable energies at the factory. We've got solar panels in place, big recycling systems. We've tried to reduce the packaging down as much as we can, really, really focused on our carbon footprint on the development of these new products. We've also tried to go the extra mile in terms of testing and, like I say, product lifespan. So they have additional corrosion protection. We've made sure that they're all resistant to long-term switching endurances. Like I said before, we're trying to use the highest quality components in these. So we've got the Samsung LEDs, which guarantee the best luminescence flux lifespan, colour rendering index, and have also been proven to be the best LEDs to use for eye comfort. So there's no flickers, glare that come off the use of these lights. We've designed them with optimal Kelvin ratings in mind as well. So if you do want a customer that wants a more energizing, bright, invigorating feel to the bathroom, then they've got the option of the Leone with that brighter light at 5,700 Kelvin ratings. That's also the Kelvin rating that's recommended the most by makeup experts. So if you ever see sort of ring lights, that kind of thing, they use 5,700 as the perfect lighting for detail-oriented tasks like shaving. And then you've got the Cedro and the Terzo, which are that 4,000, more of a neutral light, which matches our Gasenta units and creates a really nice ambience and feel within the bathroom. So like I say, we're really trying to drive that sustainability through our products, our packaging designs, manufacturing strategy, and also how we get our deliveries in as well. So just to reiterate on the mirrors, to achieve the highest standards, we have really strict production standards and controls. So all of these certificates are done under the strictest laboratory conditions and standards. So we test all of the products in-house and by a third party to get all of these certifications. We're using really advanced technologies for heat stimulation analysis, optical design, and light comfort control systems from the highest quality materials. And the products are all IP44 and, in standard for regulations for sale in the UK, but we've also tried to go one step further as well. So we've tested them for thermal management, electrostatic discharge issues, early detector failure modes, which allow us to, develop really strong products that were engineered to last. So next I'm going to talk a bit more about our Armano products. I know these have been highly anticipated and we're very excited to be launching these in the new finishes. Again, we've got some great displays in the office, so if you are local, we definitely recommend booking in some time with your rep to come and see these. So first off, I'm going to talk about the standard Armano Enclosure. So we've essentially upgraded the model to have additional finishes. So now the product's available in chrome, matte black and brushed brass. And all of these finishes are available with either clear or grey glass in this standard Armano range as well. So all of the clamps are solid brass. We're using aluminium profiles, 8mm tempered glass, with the Brillo Vetro protection, and both the clear glass and the grey glass are 8mm with Brillo Vetro. We've got 15mm adjustment on the wall profile, and these products come with a 10-year guarantee. So on this next slide, I'm just going to show you a bit about the European standards for the Armano range. So here you can see it's gone through a number of different tests to make sure it's free from sharp edges, it's corrosion proof, doesn't show any permanent staining or deterioration. So any of these sort of, if you do get questions from customers wanting to double check the EN standards or certifications, please let us know. We've got all of this information on file and we're more than happy to share it with you. So along with the standard Armano, we have also introduced the Armano Roller. We're very, very excited about. We're seeing great feedback on this so far. So this is available for the clear glass option in the chrome, matte black and brush brass. It's also available in grey tinted glass, but with matte black profiles only. So if you do want smoked glass in the roller design, it needs to be with the matte black profiles. T-pieces are also available for this model, so you are able to add a standard Armano panel onto the end of this model to sort of create an enclosure. All of the Armano rollers are delivered with a seal that can go on the end of here to turn it into that, to add an end panel on there and make it seal if that's the sort of configuration that you're looking for. We have detailed this out in the brochure if you do want to have a look through that. But also if you've got any questions on the Armano range, because there have been quite a lot of upgrades and changes happening to them, please feel free to get in touch with your reps if you'd like additional training on the new Armano roller range, because there's a lot of new options available and a lot of different configurations that can happen with it. So like I say, just to confirm, you can buy a T-piece and stabilizing bar and a regular Armano panel to make this into like a full enclosure. Again, this uses all 8mm transparent or grey tinted glass, and they've both got the Brillo Vetro protection on there as well. So just a couple more details on the roller. It has an anti-rollover system for the panels. The roller bearing is height adjustable as well. The design can be fitted floor to the floor or the tray. It has high 5mm height adjustability on the lower bearing tray. And like I say, all of these products are now available to view in our Experience Centre. So thank you so much for your time in us talking through these new products and the trade login as well. I've seen that we have had a couple of questions come in also, which I'll just jump onto now. So if you do have any questions, please pop them into the question and answer section now. There should be an option for that at the bottom of the Zoom call. Sometimes you have to press the 3 dots that say more and then go into Q&A.
Let's start with a couple of mine, Katie.
Yeah, of course.
So someone was asking, will they get a link for it? And the answer is yes. After the webinar, there is an email scheduled to go out, and that email address that you will receive that from is the one that you normally receive our order confirmations from, just so you know which inbox to check. And that is the email address that you will use in the login page. The login icon is live on the website now as well. So you can see in the top right, there is a little icon silhouette of a person, and you can click on that and type in your email and press forgot password. But just to make sure you got the right email address, the safest thing to do is wait till our email comes through to you and use that one to be sure. If there is any issues though, don't be afraid to email us or ring us and we'll help you out. There was another question about the URL as well. It is the same site. It doesn't take you to another site. It is just www.tissino.co.uk/login, and from there everything will look pretty much the same. There's just a couple of extra features added onto the login, including being able to purchase the products online. So hopefully that makes sense. Was there a couple of questions for you, Katie, as well?
Yeah, I believe there is. So one question come through, will we be doing more sizes and shapes in the Terzo Mirror? The answer to that is yeah, probably. We are looking at additional sizes for all of these mirror ranges as well. So if you do get any feedback coming through from your customers, or if you believe that we're missing any sizes, please feed that information back to us. We're really open to hearing about new sizes that we need in these ranges. So if you do have any feedback on that, that would be great. Another question on new products, will we be bringing brushed brass mirrors in? The answer to that is it's something that we're definitely looking on and something that we're, going to be developing and looking into very soon. But for the time being, those Terzo mirrors work really beautifully with the other brushed brass products that we've got in as well. And hopefully we can share some images of our experience and to where we've got them on display, because yeah, they do look beautiful.
I think there was just one more question for me popped in, and that was, can I change the email address used of the login? Yes, you can. All you need to do is just send an email to marketing@tissino.co.uk and we'll get that changed for you. No problem at all. Fab. I think that is it, unless there's any more come through in the last couple of seconds.
No, I think we've cleared them for now, but there will be, this webinar is recorded as well. So there'll be a video recording of this webinar going out, just if anybody missed the first few minutes of it or so, or if you'd like to revisit it or send it on to customers, we will be sending a link out of how you can view this webinar after it as well.
Great, thanks everyone for joining and sparing the time, really appreciate it.
Perfect, thanks very much everybody.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye now.